Today's video is for those who want fast hair growth and those who want to thicken their hair. For instance, if you have been stuck at same hair length, this video is for you. You're not supposed to be stuck at same hair length for years. Some persons complain that their hair has been stuck at neck length, some shoulder length. Their hair has never surpassed that length for a period of, let's just say, 5 years, 3 years. See, something is wrong somewhere. You need to activate your hair follicles. It is possible that your hair follicles are dormant. Today's recipe is going to help you activate your hair follicles. Your hair follicles may be dormant due to 1 or 2 reasons, but when you activate it, they will swing into action. And that is why today's video is very important. You have to watch it to the end to understand everything that I have to say on today's video. If your hair is not thick, this video is for you. If you're stuck at same hair length, this video is for you. All you need to do for me is just to watch this video to the end so that you can understand everything that I have to say. Now look at my edges. One of you complained on my last video that I'm showing off my edges. Sis, if it's you, won't you show off your edges? I was bored 4 months ago, and the speed at which my edges grew back is amazing, and that is why I can't stop showing it off. That is why I can't stop showing you all I did to grow it back, because I want your edges to grow back too. I also want your hair to do well. That is why I'm always here. So to begin, make sure all apparatus to be used are well sterilized, and our first ingredient for today's recipe is black rice. Black rice, you heard that right. This rice is different from the regular rice you have been eating in your home. This rice have got low protein in it, so it's not going to mess with your hair like other rice you have been using in your hair. And now nobody is talking about rice. Now today I have researched about this rice for 3 years. You heard that right. I have been seeing people make use of this in their videos, but I never bothered to share it simply because I needed to research on it. And now that I'm ready, I'm sharing it with you. And if you combine it with this trio that I'm going to share, these 2 other ingredients that we are going to be adding to it, which green tea is part of it, you are going to be amazed as the results. So for our next ingredient, we have green tea leaves. So we are going to be making use of that in 1 tablespoon. I made use of the black rice in 1 tablespoon. So this is 1 tablespoon of green tea leaves as well. Transfer everything into your clean jar. I'm using mason jar, but you can use your other jars that you may have used in your kitchen. Wash them thoroughly. You can reuse them instead of trashing them. You use them again. So for my next ingredient, I'm going to be using hibiscus flowers. Please, if you have the powder, feel free to use the powder, but I have the flowers, dried flowers. That is why I'm using them. So for those of you that may want to ask, this is zobo leaves or sorrel. I don't know what it is being called in your dialect or in your country. All I know is that this is zobo leaves, and again it is also called hibiscus flowers. So I'm going to be using that in 3 dried flowers, which I'm going to toss in my mason jar. Next, boil up some water to 100 degrees Celsius. Make sure the water is very hot. Pour about 500 ml worth into the jar. Cover it up and allow it to sit on your tabletop in your kitchen or wherever, not under direct sunlight. Allow it for 12 hours. You can do 8 hours if you're short of time. Now I left mine for 12 hours. After 12 hours, this cooled down completely, and I strained with my strainer and a bowl to collect my filtrate. Next up, I used my spray bottle to transfer this goodness into it. After transferring this into it, I covered up and it was ready for use. Just so If you want to do extra, you can add essential oil in 5 drops. Now, this is what I have. This is amazing. Don't worry, it's not going to stain your cloth because I use less of the hibiscus. Remember, if you use more of the hibiscus, it's going to be staining. And not that it's going to stain your clothes, that it won't wash out. It will stain, but temporarily it's going to wash off. So spray this on your problem area. Spray this from your scalp to your tips. Massage this very well. Focus this on your scalp because you want to activate your dormant hair follicles. When your follicles are dormant, it simply means that they are not getting enough nutrients that they need to thrive. It could mean that your pores are clogged, because when your pores are clogged, your follicles will not be able to breathe. They will not be able to function. What they will do, they will go into what we call resting state. So when they go into resting state, over time they become dormant. Your hair will not be growing. So what you need to do is to activate your dormant hair follicles. When your hair is not growing, when you're stuck at same hair length, it simply means that your follicles are dormant. They will not grow hair. Some people, in extreme cases, it could be that the follicles are damaged. When they are damaged, the only remedy to this is just to get a transplant. But we don't pray for that. Let's just hope that the follicles are dormant and we can activate it with this hairspray that I just shared on this channel. I know your struggles because I read your comments, and that is why I'm bringing you this recipe, this potent herbal hairspray that you can use to activate your dormant hair follicles. If your follicles are dormant, how do you know that your follicles are dormant? You know that your follicles are dormant when you check your hair length. Every time you do a length check, your hair is always at the same hair length. Instead of increasing, it is reducing. It simply means that your follicles are dormant. There could be other issues or other reasons, but the major reason is that they are dormant. So you need to activate them. If you activate your dormant hair follicles, you will start growing your hair longer and thicker, because something will be happening in your follicles that would help it to grow some hair. So try this recipe, and I can't wait to get your feedback in a month's time. You can drop a comment for me and then return back after a month to share your feedback. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.